It's the Gone Fishin' podcast in association with the OEHL and the Shelburne Muskies, and hosted by OEHL live on YouTube play-by-play commentator Andrew Rogers. This podcast is brought to you by Larry's Small Engines, your trusted Can-Am, Sea-Doo, Ski-Doo dealer in Mono, Ontario, Canada. Located at 286-270 County Road 10. Visit their website at larrysmallengines.ca or call 519-941-1517 today. Here is your host, Andrew Rogers. All right, welcome back, everybody. Another Gone Fishing podcast episode. This is episode 18. The 18th one I've done this year. That's crazy to think. Andrew Rogers is my name, the host of the program, live on the Rio Raji 21. That's YouTube handle, Facebook, Instagram. If you guys want to find me on the socials. Great to be back with you for another week. And, again, we continue on with the 2026 OEHL playoffs, and boy, there have been some doozies in the form of these first round matchups. I mean, playing the predictor game is so hard because sometimes it can make you look like a genius, sometimes it can make you look like a real goat. And I'm not talking about greatest of all time. I'm talking about goat, like dummy. Put him out to pasture because, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. So far in the first round, we've had 3 sweeps, and we could be on the verge of 3 more. That's crazy. That baffles my mind. But that just goes to show you how good the top tier teams are in the OEHL. Now, there's possibly one exception to this, but I'm going to include Tavistock in that conversation. The Tavistock Royals, if you can believe it, they did not surrender a goal in their 4-game sweep until there was 1 minute and 8 seconds left in the third period of Game 4. I mean, bravo to number 35 of the Tavistock Royals, Andrew Masters. It was a masterpiece. And I don't say that just because it's a dad joke and a dad pun and everything else. But it was a masterpiece, a masterful performance from Andrew Masters, who had a shutout streak. I did the math. It's 238 minutes and 52 seconds, I believe. Because 58-52 would be 1 minute 8 left. So, and then 3 games, which would be 60 minutes each. So that's 180 plus 58-52. So 238-52. That puts him in upper echelon company in terms of NHL shutout streaks, like consecutive minutes played without allowing a goal. That's crazy. But hats off to 5th seeded Tavistock sweeping out the 4th place Aaron Outlaws. That's crazy. I really did think on paper that the Aaron Outlaws would have a better showing in that matchup. Tavistock proved me wrong. Crazy. Speaking of wrong, way wrong on this. And you know what? Hey, listen. At the end of the day, I'm man enough to admit it when I'm wrong. I was out to way left field on this one. I predicted the Apple Kings in 7. And the Elmville Harvesters basically said, hey, go fly a kite, Raji. We're going to sweep the Apple Kings out in 4. And man, masterful games. These games were awesome. I mean, 6-3 Elmville in game 1 on the road, setting the tone. Elmville came back in game 2. They were down 5-3. They scored 4 times in the third period to take it 7-5. I believe that's how it ended up. Game 3. Georgian Bay was up 5-2 in the third period, and Elmville came all the way back to win at 6-5. And and then in almost a role reversal, it was 7-3 Elmville in the third period of game 4. Georgian Bay scored 3 times to make it within 1. Elmville scores really late to pad the cushion to 2. Not an empty net, on net. Jacob Kelly, 5 goals, unreal. And they took that series. That had to be one of the most entertaining sweeps that I've ever seen. Normally in a sweep, it's like, okay, you can get definitive and say, okay, this team whooped the crap out of the other team. Not so much. But a statement was made. Elmvale is for real. And they swept out the Georgian Bay Applicants. Speaking of dominant performances, that's a perfect segue to our next one. Durham Thundercats. Unreal stuff. The top scoring team in the OEHL this year, and they pushed Saugeen Shores around. With the exception of game 2, in which case Saugeen Shores actually led in the third period and then surrendered the lead and gave up the winner late. That aside, Durham dominated this series. They're young, they're fast, they skate you into the ground. And when they shoot, they do not miss. They are everywhere. Got to give hats off to Kyler Nixon. This guy is unreal. Captain of the Durham Thundercats, long-time captain. He plays what seems like 45 minutes a night. He touches the puck for 45 minutes a night, it seems. He is everywhere. And when you're that good, the puck finds you. It's unreal to watch. I bring this all up because I have highlights for you. Game 3 between the Durham Thundercats and Saugeen Shores Winterhawks. That'll tee us up on the highlights part. Game 3 of the Georgia Bay Apple Kings and Elmville Harvesters from the Floss Elmville. Make sure to nominate the Floss Elmville Community Arena for Craft Hockeyville. And then Game 4, Apple Kings and Harvesters from the Beaver Valley Community Center in Thornbury. Unreal series at Georgian Bay Elmville. Was a privilege to be there for games 3 and 4. And yeah, really neat to watch Durham do their thing in game 3 in the Plex in Port Elgin. I have highlights from those. And I also want to go through each individual series like I've kind of already done. But the remaining series and where they stand, we do have games upcoming this weekend and a lot of interesting games with a lot of potentials there. We don't even know opponents for the teams that have swept in the second round as of yet. That still to be determined. Lots of things can happen. Anything can happen in hockey. That's what I've learned. But yeah, before we get into the highlights, I want to, like I did last week, just want to showcase some content creators here, give some shout outs. There are a few additions this week, so I'll make sure to point those out. First one up is Emma Nickel Photography. She's out of Collingwood. She was responsible for the picture that you'll see when I do my streams and post my game day posts and at the end of the podcast, well, on the podcast picture. So much appreciation to her. Keep up the good work, Emma. McGinney Photography. Mike McGinney, photographer, videographer. Amazing work. He's everywhere. He did my opening video for video montage for Durham versus Saugeen Shores on this past Friday. And it was just a great collaboration. Make sure to give him a follow. Give every one of these guys a follow. Andrew Van Every Media. He did tremendous coverage of Tavistock versus Aaron. So that was tremendous work. K Media, been following with the Tillsonburg Thunder and various others. Just tremendous job by Kendra for K Media. Next one we're going to go to, Blocking Biscuits. Again, tremendous work from them, doing all sorts of senior hockey coverage. continuing with the podcast, doing tremendous work as well. 48 cuts, Kyle Thompson. Again, just, it's so wonderful to see these people do like incredible work, and their work speaks for themselves. 509 Sports Online, big contributor to senior hockey, and they keep bringing out those highlight packs that we so love to see. Tremendous coverage. A rink in Ontario, they follow the Petrolia Squires. They've been following them throughout their series with Tilsonburg in the first round. Collaborated with them a little bit, and they've added some audio of mine, and definitely appreciate what they've been doing, and keep up the good work to them. These are our new additions this week. Shot by Deck. That is, he does coverage for the Dunnville Arrows. Got to meet him when he came to Elora a few weeks back. Does tremendous, again, all these guys do unbelievable work, and his speaks for himself for sure. But tremendous coverage of Dunnville Arrows. Sam Hossack Media, got to meet him this past week for when with the Elmville Harvesters and Georgia Bay Apple Kings. Saw his work. Amazing. Really good stuff. Give him a follow. Dylan's Photos 705. Make sure to check him out. Again, unbelievable work. Caught up with him for during the Georgia Bay Elmville series as well. And 705 Media, same thing. Elmville Harvesters, they're all over it. They post unbelievable social media content. So make sure to give them a follow and like and subscribe. Everything else, they do unbelievable work as well. So again, just wanted to make sure to highlight the people that do social media content creation and senior hockey following, especially in the OEHL. And I want to make sure to highlight them. I will get to the highlights now, and then on the way on our when we come back, we'll go through playoff bracket and each individual series and get you teed up for when they play next, and get you caught up on the leading scorers in the OEHL playoffs as well.
The starting goaltenders tonight in this matchup for the Durham Thundercats is number 29, Brandon Landry. He has started both games in the series. He is 2-0. Over on the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks side of things, starting in goal, number 1, Clayton Fritsch. He is 0-2. And Winterhawks need a win on home ice, or else it is going to be a Mount Everest type of climb for the Winterhawks in this series if they should go down 3-0 heading to Durham tomorrow night for game number 4. Durham in the whites, Saugeen Shores in the blues, and we are underway. The harm's way. Now it's Graham. He's got a man. Maloney on the far side. Graham. Maloney scores! Kyle Maloney with his third of the series, and it opens the scoring here at the Plex. It's 1-0 Durham. What a pass from Justin Graham. They don't call him Shifty for nothing. With it, he'll skate it up across center. He'll take it in. He's got a lane. LeBlanc goes to the backhand. Good save, Fritsch. He got a toe on it. Made the save. Into the middle now. Here's a centering pass. They score. Another one for Durham. This time it's Austin Becker. And Durham has a 2-0 lead. As that one squeaks by Clayton Fritsch, who is unable to get to the post. And Durham, with just about 4 minutes into the hockey game, now lead it 2-0. Going to be played up the boards. Pither. He's going to cross center and come in across the line. Donaldson into the middle to Pither. Back to the line. Erbshot over to Pither. Pither shoots. Oh, good save, Landry. He had to be sharp. Stick his blocker hand up to make a save. McLean to Pither. Pither trying to wrap it around, but was cleared off. There's a shot. They scored. McLean. Pither to McLean, and Landry, I don't think he was expecting that because it beat him clean 5-hole, and Miles McLean, who scored in game number 1, scores again here in game number 3 to tie or to bring them to within 1. It's 2-1 Durham. Burn in the first. This is played around the boards to the line. Hellier keeps it in. Now it's out. And it's going to be Colhoun going after it as they battle. He comes up with it. Centering pass. They score! Short-handed! Justin Graham from Ryan Colhoun. It's a short-handed goal for Durham. Did not see that coming. And Durham actually makes this one count. It's now 3-1 off the short-handed goal from Justin Graham. Give it away to Urig. He's going to skate it up the ice. He'll go in for a chance here. Across. Oh, what a save! Weiser with the shot. Fritsch with the save. It's still in by Durham. Here's another one, and Fritsch, another save off of Luke Urig. Man, these guys, if they don't skate, they stick handle, and boy, oh boy, are they putting on a display here in the first period. He's going to bring it all the way into the Winterhawks zone. He'll skate it into the corner. Centering pass. Can be picked up by LeBlanc. Centering. Score! Nixon with Winterhawks all over the ice, including Clayton Fritsch. Nets off. Doesn't matter. Nixon with the power play goal. Durham leads 4-1 here. My goodness. Out of the zone. And that's going to do it for period 1. 20 minutes are in the books. Durham Thundercats commanding 4-1 lead after 20 minutes. Andrew Rogers on the play-by-play with you live at the Real Raji 21. Great to be with you. We'll be back for period 2 in a little while, everyone. Stick around. 1, Tilsonburg, nothing. And we'll get going here. Second period getting underway. Fritsch still in the net for Saugeen Shores. Brandon Landry still in the net for Durham. And we are underway. Cross center, he has the lone goal for Saugeen Shores. Here's a shot, scores! Luke Pither, his return game, and he's on the board. He cuts the Durham lead in half. It's 4-2 for the Thundercats. That's a big goal here in this second period. A man going through the net middle, it's Pither. He put down, shoots a wide glove side. Excuse me, that was Donaldson. I thought it was Pither who was away. But he got that shot off on his knees and almost scored. That would have been highlight reel worthy. Our out-of-town scores. We're going to keep this Petrolia score up here as they now lead 2-0. Puck is in the Durham zone. There's a center pass. They score! This is Donaldson off the pass from Pither in behind the net. And just like that, it's 2 quick ones for the Winterhawks here in the second, and all of a sudden it's a game, folks. 4-3 now. And it's going to be played out by Saugeen Shores. Boy, Justin Graham was all alone. What a stretch pass, Maloney! In! It's in. Wow, what a first save for Fritsch, but he put himself out of position, and Maloney put it in. And he put his own rebound in, and for Kyle Maloney, that's now twice in this series. He has scored multiple times, and he extends the Durham lead here. It's 5-3. What an effort from number 15 of Durham. The Petrolia Squires leading Tilsonburg by a score of 3-0. As we are about to get underway here in period number 3. Brandon Landry still in the net for Durham. Clayton Fritsch for Saugeen Shores. And we're underway here in period 3. This is 3. This is 1 back to Nixon. Nixon plays it into the middle to Prinz, shoots, save, rebound, scores. LeBlanc just as the penalty was about to expire. And Brody LeBlanc makes it 8-3 Durham. And man, what a game from these Thundercats here tonight. Still has it, tried to center. Still be played. Wrap up, what a save! It's in though! That went across the line 100%, and the referee in awful position waves it off. Froats couldn't get there. Durham's got it, and they'll play it into the middle. Picked off there as Froats and Freiberger come together, and now we got more fun stuff here. Like I say, game 4 tomorrow, 6:30 in Durham between the Thundercats and Winterhawks. 20 seconds. McKaig ahead. Fraz is going to play it across center. He'll shoot it in He'll go in after it. Landry shoots it around. It's going to come out. And the final 5 will tick off here. So, Durham Thundercats, 8-3 winners. They lead in the best of 7, 3-0. Game 4 tomorrow, 6:30 in Durham. Andrew Rogers on the play-by-play with you. Great to have you along. Thanks so much for doing this. Big absentees in this game for Elmvale, number 49, Dave Pierce. And for Georgian Bay, number 26, Jacob Robitaille. Starting goaltenders for Georgian Bay, number 33, Alan Maneri. For Elmvale, number 1, Noah Featherston Howe-Gow. Elmvale in the reds, Georgian Bay in the beiges, and we are underway here in Elmvale. I'm Andrew Rogers with you. Great to have you along. This is as one of that was Ryan Hackett who took a spill trying to get that puck out, but did. Now it's going to be played ahead. Wise into the middle. In comes the Apple Kings. Intercept. They score! Keegan Hoover, number 24. He comes into the zone and puts a shot low blocker on Featherston Howe-Gow and opens the scoring. That's a big goal for the Apple Kings on the road here in Game 3. For 24, Keegan Hoover with his first point and goal of the 2026 OEHL playoffs, and it opens the scoring here in Elmvale. Picked off by Good. He brings it in. Fleming, 2-on-1, puts it across. They score again! Evan Bueller taps it in off the feet from Fleming. And in a matter of moments, the Apple Kings have come in here and snatched a 2-0 lead. 2-0. Owen King across, good pass. Kepfer shoots, oh, he goes down. Boy, he was down heavily there. They're gonna call a trip and might have saved a goal. What a move there by Brad Kepfer, number 92, as he went inside, outside and had a move, got a step and put a shot in before being dumped, and he rang the net off the moorings, and it's back to the line, kept in by the Apple Kings. Fleming, down low. Good in behind the net. Tried to center. Oh, shot by Fleming. He went between the legs there as Good and Pitt come back together. And are we gonna get a penalty call here? Doesn't reach the net. Picked up by Dorian, who plays it in front. It's tipped away, and it's going to come to the line, and now it's out. Balkwell plays it ahead to Kelly. He loses it, though, and now here come the Apple Kings the other way. Wise has Dorian. Wise shoots, scores! Jamie Wise on the 2-on-1 elects to keep it. He shoots it on the glove side of Featherston Howe-Gow and scores. And a 4-on-4 goal from the Apple Kings, and they lead it now 3-0. Pitt to the backhand, puts it into the middle for Kelly. Kelly back to the red line there as they try and kill clock here. Kelly picks it up, he'll fire it in. Now it's going to be given to Dorian. Look at the speed. Watch his jersey. What a save there from Featherston Howe-Gow, and he'll put it ahead and it'll be sent out. Tremendous speed by number 83, Scott Dorian. This will be shot down though by Elmvale, and that'll do it. 20 minutes in the books, and we get the horn, and after 20, the intermission's here, and Apple Kings really strong first period. They lead it 3-0. Andrew Rogers on the play-by-play with you live at the Rio Raji 21. It's been a pleasure so far. Join us, will you, for period 2? That's coming up in a little while. Stick around. Having me here as we're underway here in the second period with Georgian Bay on the power play for another 20 seconds. And Good just getting off now, and he was really shook up after that hit. Backhand toward the net is deflected away. They score! That one goes in off of Featherston Howe-Gow from behind the goal line, and this time it's going to be, let me see, Mackenzie Fleming, I believe, is going to get credit for this one. And that makes it 4-0 as the Apple Kings strike early here in the second period. My goodness. Into the middle now to Fuller. He avoids a check from Keegan Hoover, and Elmvale's going to bring it in across the line. Palamaki. Oh, he takes a big hit. Now it's into the middle. There's a they score. Ryan Young on the power play. Elmville's on the board. It's 4-1. What a shot there from number 96, Ryan Young, and the home crowd needed that one. They set up to the outside here. Off the skate. Going to be picked up by Elmville to the line, and it does come out. King up to get it. He had Kepper with him. What a hit. And we're going to get a penalty here, and we're going to get some more stuff by the blue line. Kepper. Whoa, look out. That one headed right toward me. I saw my life flash before my eyes for a split second. And here's Kepper. He's got a break. Stop Maneri. You don't often see a clapper from the hash marks, but Alan Maneri with the stop. It's still loose. Kelly's got it. We're in the final minute now of the period. Kelly at the line. Dangles. Shot. He fanned on it. He had a lane. Back to the line now. Here's a shot. Murphy. He hit his own man. Fuller. There's a something score. Young again. A broken play. Ends up on the far side. And this time, it's Ryan Young. Again, his second of the game. And it cuts the Apple Kings lead in half. It's 4-2. After it here. In behind the net. He battles with Franzen as they go down. Up the boards, and now it's going to be played here by Sweeney. 10 seconds to go. It's out of the zone, however, and maybe one last chance for Georgian Bay here. Simmons into the middle, no shot. As big pile up there as Fleming was dumped by Devin Shorman, and Simmons knocked Shorman down from behind. He wasn't happy about that. Fleming, he was upset as he continues to get the brunt of the gloves to the helmet here. Saved by Maneri, and it's out of the zone. To be played in. Featherston Howgao is going to leave it there for Pitt, but Apple Kings get there first. Deep in the zone here as it's going to be picked off, and Apple Kings have an opportunity. They score! That one bouncing in off of an Elmville defender and past Featherston Howgao, and Evan Bueller's got a goal here. Knocking down Jeremy Robertson. So no icing as the icing was waved off. Pitt shoots it to the line. And it's going to be played into the middle to Pitt. Pitt shoots! Scores! Riley Pitt. High blocker, top corner. He finally breaks through. And Pitt has the Harvesters within two. It's 5-3. What a shot from Riley Pitt. And for Pitt, that's goal number 3 in these playoffs. A mix-up in behind as Pope was taken down. He was slow to get up. He'll go to the bench. Murphy, he'll shoot. Maneri with the save, and we get a whistle. Look out. And now we get some more rough stuff here. He drags down Edmonds, and now it's going to be King and Ouellette mixing it up here. Now we get a scrap. Ouellette and King. That's a heck of a tilt. He's going to get it in the corner. Simmons battles for it in the corner. He takes a massive hit from Pitt. To the net, it's intercepted. Look out! Kelly, breakaway, scores! Jacob Kelly, he's on the board. 5-hole on the breakaway. And all of a sudden, it's 5-4 for the Apple Kings. It's back to line. There's a blast that's off a skate. They still haven't whistled it. Chance here for Elmville. They score! Kelly! With the extra attacker, it's Jacob Kelly, and we're tied here in Elmville. Left hand side, might have went off a shin pad. Here come the Apple Kings. Centering, oh my goodness, what a chance! Kept in. Shot there was deflected away by Gow, and now it's going to come ahead to Fuller. They go back and forth here. Kelly to the backhand, couldn't get a shot away. They've trailed in the game 5-2, and it's now tied at 5, and this is a big, big, big moment in the hockey game. Back to the line to Franzen. Played down low. Kelly's going to get it back. Down low again. Back to Pitt. He gives it away, though, and the Apple Kings are going to fire this out of the zone. 1:44 to go in the game. In the third period, 1:35 to go in the penalty. Given away, though, the Apple Kings pick it up, and they're going to play it out of the zone. Again, 90 seconds to go here in the third. And it'll be played across to Fuller. Fuller into the middle. Kelly knocks it down. Kelly still has it. Kelly again, down low. To the net, Pitt scores! They drop the puck. It's going to be played to the far side. And that's going to do it. The Elmville Harvesters come all the way back. They trailed 5-2 at one point, and they take it by a score of 6-5, and they lead in the best of 7, 3 games to nothing. The next game in this series, tomorrow in Thornbury, the Beaver Valley Community Center and Arena, where in Thornbury at 3 o'clock, game 4, Elmville leads in the best of 7, 3 games to nothing. What a comeback here at the Floss Elmville Community Center and Arena. Andrew Rogers on the play-by-play. Hopefully you enjoyed the live stream. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow in Thornbury. Take care, everyone. And we're about to get underway. Starting goalies in this one. Number 1, Noah Featherston Halgow for Elmville, and for Georgian Bay, number 33, Alan Maneri. We are underway. Andrew Rogers with you, live on YouTube at the Real Raji 21. It's an early icing call against the Apple Kings. And the faceoff will come back, but it's on the boards now for Jamie Wise. He can't get it out either. Fuller's got it again. Looking for Kelly, couldn't get it there. Fuller still has it. Kelly! It's in! Jacob Kelly manages to squeeze it past Alan Maneri. Apple Kings with opportunities to get the puck out, can't, and the Harvesters make them pay. They're first on the board. It's 1-0. Back to the line now. Played across to Kelly. Kelly down low. Fuller to Kelly. Kelly down to Fuller again. In front, they score! Jordan Fuller comes out from the corner and stuffs it home. And the Harvesters capitalize on the Connor Long penalty, and they take a 2-0 lead here in Thornbury. I suppose to, but Jared Robertson in the box, and it's Georgian Bay who's going to get the power play here. Blazer plays it across. Wise shoots, scores! That was quick. 6 seconds into the power play. And the Apple Kings respond. It's Jamie Wise with his 5th of the playoffs, and it's 2-1 here in Thornbury. What a shot from number 39. Won by the Apple Kings. It's back in their own end, and they're going to try and get this puck out, and they do. Jamie Wise, the Apple Kings goal scorer, will bring it ahead. He had it stripped away, however, but he gets it back and keeps it in. Has the lane. Backhand down low! They score! A turnover at the line, and Jamie Wise puts it down low, and I believe this is going to be Evan Bueller with the goal. And just like that, it's a brand new game. We're tied at 2. With it as Elmville sets up this lethal power play. Kelly has Pitt at the line, gives it to him. Pitt across to Shorman, back to Kelly, back to Pitt. Around the horn, good save Maneri. They just passed with such precision. Kelly now with it. Down low, Fuller. In the middle, they score! Tic-tac goal, Ryan Young on the power play. And Elmville restores the lead, it's 3-2. Looking towards the net, stopped by Featherston Gow, and he's gonna put it to the corner. Now it's gonna come around, Halusiak, and that'll do it for the period. 20 minutes of entertaining hockey in the books, and the Harvesters have a 3-2 lead going to period 2. Andrew Rogers on the call with you, live at the Real Raji 21. We'll be back for period 2. Stick around. Like I said, we're about to get underway here in Thornbury, period number 2. Elmville Harvesters leading 3-2 or 5 aside as well to start. In on the forecheck. Appelking's going to pick it up and play it to the line, and it's kept in by the Harvesters. Maneri gets tied up in behind the net. He is down. And now the whistle will go as Maneri is very slow to get up in behind the net. He got tied up. And he is, like I say, slow to get up. That was kind of a awkward situation in behind the net there. And Maneri took the brunt of it. He got mixed up with Dylan Palamaki. What exactly went down, but it looked like just an awkward tie-up in behind the net there, and Noah goes over to give a tap to Maneri. Just warriors in the cages here in this series, and Aaron Weigel is going to be thrust into action here. He hasn't played in this series, and now he's responsible for the way this game looks like it's going to end. He's going to tip it to the blue line of Georgian Bay where the Appelkings pick it up. Wise throws it in to a shin guard, and Fuller to Kelly, and they score. And talk about leaving your goaltender high and dry. And a giveaway turns into a 2-on-0, and Jacob Kelly puts it high on the blocker side of Aaron Weigel, and that makes it 4-2 Elmville. Going to have to come back and start this power play from their own end. Played across. Across center, then they come. Good pass there. Here's a chance. Centering! They score! It's a power play goal for Jamie Wise. As they score 19 seconds into the power play, and it's a 4-3 game here. For Fleming, it was through his legs. Penalty about to expire. Put across. Chance in front. Back to the line, they shot. Stop, rebound, it's still loose. And it's played. Appelking still have it shot there. Stopped by Featherston Gow, and he hangs on. My goodness. What pressure by the Appelkings. Down, Kelly. Puts it to Young in the corner. Young back to Kelly. With room, shoots, scores. Jacob Kelly beats Aaron Weigel. A power play goal for Elmville, and it's 5-3 here in Georgian Bay. Or Thornbury, I mean. Kelly on the power play restores the Elmville 2-goal lead, and Palamaki couldn't convert on the pass across. Played in and around to Pope. He's in the far corner. Back to the line to Halusiak, up to Pope. Has a man! Oh, he was wide open. He couldn't get it there. Tanner Main was wide open. Here's a chance there, Weigel, and they score! Austin Pope puts it near side on Aaron Weigel, beats him on the glove or blocker hand, and all of a sudden, a 4-3 game turns into a 6-3 game. Edmonds, he gets bodied down, and he appears to be uncomfortable as Dorian picks it up and plays it in the middle. Roland gets around one. So what a save from Featherston Gow. He stopped it with a toe. Bodies flying everywhere here. The zone here, and up the boards it comes. It'll be tipped out. Edmonds has it at the blue line. He'll just fire it ahead, and now we'll get some more rough stuff here. Why not? So 40 minutes in the books. Elmville leads 6-3. And, well, if 40 minutes are any indication of this game and how it's gone so far, we're in for an entertaining finish. Sorry, folks, I thought that was going to go a little longer. I was going to try and get that in before we got underway, but here we are. Period 3 underway here in Thornbury. Apple Kings and Harvesters. Harvesters leading 6-3. Wise will throw it across Fleming. He's in across the line, gives to Bueller. Bueller trying to get in front and look out. We got a breakaway. It's Kelly. Why not? Kelly in. Scores! What a move from number 9, Jacob Kelly. Had to go past them, and now it's Wise. He'll throw it into the middle to Fleming. He'll go in through center. Crosses and goes to the backhand. Backhand there goes off the side of the net, and now they score. Jamie Wise. And that's the hat trick goal for Jamie Wise, and that's his third of the hockey game here, and it makes it 7-4. That was Bekele and Kelly in behind the play. And Pitt's going to pick it up and play it ahead to Kelly. He's at the red line, and what a hit from Bekele! And Palomaki going after Bekele for that hit on Kelly. And now Pitt's in there. He grabs Fleming, and that is not one that Riley Pitt or Mackenzie Fleming want anything to do with. That's just a mismatch and a half for Mackenzie Fleming. It'll be played now by Murphy. He'll get it back in behind his own net. Georgian Bay will try and reset here. Bueller in there on the forecheck, able to come up with the puck. Oh, he had Fleming, but he put it out of reach. Blazer keeps it in at the line. Apple Kings with some pressure here. Fleming in the middle. What a save! It's loose. It's in! Evan Bueller scores! That was one of the most delayed sequences I've ever seen, but it ends up in the back of the net, and all of a sudden it's a 2-goal game. He's going to play it across center and dump it in. 5:12 to go. It's picked off! They score! Apple Kings score again! Dorian picked the pocket and threw it in front, and it's a goal for the Apple Kings, and it's 7-6 here at Thornbury. What is going on? Like he was looking for the outlet pass, but now it's Wise. And across the line, he's got room! Wise to the net, he can't finish! And down is Featherston out Gal. And he is in discomfort. That was a heck of a collision between Wise and Featherston Howe Gow, and he is down. Man, what a high collision that was as Featherston Howe Gow gets up and waves off the trainer. He is a warrior in that Elmville net. Good for him. Kelly and Bekele, a couple of warriors for both teams. 2:33 now to go, and the faceoff's going to be in the Georgian Bay zone. Elmvale clinging to a 1-goal lead at 7-6. He dropped. Going to be controlled. Kelly scores! Jacob Kelly off the faceoff with his 4th of the game. It's 8-6 Elmville. And that's going to be thwarted away, and that'll do it. The game is over. Elmville victorious here in Thornbury, 8-6. They sweep the first round series, and they sweep out the Georgian Bay Apple Kings 4-0. And what a series from both teams. What a series from both teams. Just absolute warriors on the ice. Unbelievable stuff. Was really, really privileged to be a part of it. The two teams shake hands. A lot of these guys know each other. They go way back. And just great to see after a hard-fought series that there's nothing but mutual respect. And it's true. At the end of the day, that's what they're fighting for. An opportunity at a championship, a Paxton Trophy, and really they gave it their all. And Georgian Bay should not hang their heads on this series. Elmvale should be very proud of the way they played. It was just unreal. And Riley Pitt, who is at the locker room door there, going to get a handshake as well.
All right, so tremendous highlights, and again, congratulations to both Durham and Elmvale on the north side who have advanced to round number 2, and to the Tavistock Royals who advanced out of the south to round number 2 as well. But as you can see, the updated bracket is as follows. Ripley leading Shelburne 2-0. You have Minto 3-0 over Lucknow, and Seaforth 2-0 over Milverton. Elora 3-1 over Dunville, and Petrolia ahead 3-1 in Tillsonburg. So let's break down each series for you guys. We'll start in the south. We'll go with Milverton and Seaforth. So Seaforth, a 6-1 win in game 1, 4-2 in game number 2. Looking well in control as the number 1 seed in the south over the play-in series winner, Milverton Four-Wheel Drives. The next game in this series takes place in Milverton. They get back-to-back home games in game 2 and 3. Game 3, like I say, this upcoming Friday, 8:30 in Milverton before they switch back to Seaforth on Saturday at 7:30 at the Seaforth and District Community Center. Game 5, if necessary, on the 28th of February in Seaforth. Game 6, if necessary, Sunday, March 1st in Milverton. And then Game 7, if necessary, Tuesday, March 3rd in Seaforth. Next series to go, Tillsonburg and Petrolia. So after splitting the first 2 games, Petrolia really buckling down and taking the next 2. One on home ice, one in Tillsonburg in game 4. By scores of 4-1 and 6-2. They have things well in control, it would appear, with an opportunity to move on to round number 2 this upcoming Friday when they host the Thunder in Petrolia at the Greenwood Rec Center. It's an 8:30 start. If Tillsonburg should win, it would go Saturday on the 21st at 7:30 for game 6. And then if necessary, Monday, February 23rd, 8:30 in Petrolia for game 7, again, if necessary. Next matchup, 3 versus 6, Elora and Dunville. Dunville coming out strong in game number 1, 8-4 over the Rocks to take a 1-0 series lead. But it was all Elora in game 2, a 10-0 shutout. But games 3 and 4, much, much closer. 7-5 Elora in game 3 and 6-4 in game number 4. Zach Cameron with the hat trick in the third period of game 4 to help the Elora Rocks take a commanding 3-1 series lead. They will look to clinch a berth to round number 2 on Friday at 8:30 at the Jefferson Elora Community Center. That's, like I say, at 8:30. Game 6, if the Arrows should be victorious, will go Saturday, February 21st, 8 o'clock in Dunville. Game 7 right now tentatively scheduled for Sunday, February 22nd. The time is to be announced in Elora. Again, if necessary, Dunville needs to win the next 2 to stretch it to game 7. And like I say, the final one in the South has concluded with the Royals sweeping away the Aaron Outlaws. Thank you much in part to Andrew Masters. Drew Girth also had a big series for the Royals as well. Like I say, 3-0, 5-0, 3-0, and 5-1. Travis Brown of Aaron breaking the shutout bid for Andrew Masters, who almost went 4 for 4 with a minute and 8 seconds left in game number 4 to give the Aaron Outlaws a lone goal in this series. But otherwise, it was all Tavistock, and they swept away the Outlaws to win that series. Moving over to the north. In the first round matchup between the very first top seed, Ripley Wolves, and the play-in winner, Shelburne Muskies, this has been an absolute whitewashing so far. Ripley 12-2 in game 1, 14-2 in game number 2, just flexing the Ripley Wolf muscle in the first 2 games. Shelburne probably going to need a miracle to stretch this any further than it goes past game 4. Right now, Friday, February 20th, 8 o'clock in Shelburne, and then Saturday, February 21st, 7 o'clock in Ripley. Game 5, 6, and 7 still to be announced, obviously, if they're necessary. The 2 versus 7, Minto 81's Lucknow Lancers. Minto 7-4 in game one, 6-4 in game number two, and then a commanding 6-0 victory in game three in Palmerston to give themselves a 3-0 lead. Jonathan Reinhart with a shutout in game three. Game four will go this upcoming Saturday, February 21st at 7:30 in Lucknow. That I believe is the scheduled time and date for that game. The games 5, 6, and 7 to be announced. So make sure to check the social medias of the OEHL, the Minto 81s, and Lucknow Lancers for further details. Next series, obviously, Elmville Harvesters dispatching of the great Georgia Bay Apple Kings in 4 games that were very, very entertaining, as you guys saw by the highlights. Coming down to the wire in all like the last 3 games for sure. Like I say, 6-3 Elmville game 1, 7-5, 6-5, and 8-6 Elmville. Victorious in 4 games. Noah Featherston Gao earning a 4-0 record in the series, even though he didn't start game 2, came in relief, got the win. Jordan Fuller and Jacob Kelly right atop the OEHL playoff leaderboard in scoring. We'll get to that in a little bit. Had a tremendous series. And like I was mentioning, Durham just overpowering the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks, a matchup of 4 versus 5, 6-1, 5-4, 8-3, and 6-3 to sweep away the Winterhawks. Brody LeBlanc, Luke Uhrig continued their hot play throughout the season. Justin Graham was massive. Kyler Nixon, as mentioned off the top, just a tremendous, tremendous series. Brandon Landry really solid in between the pipes for Durham, started all 4 games, went a perfect 4-0. All right, and that'll do it for the series series pages as we look now at your OEHL playoff leading points, top 20 there. You have Jordan Fuller and Jacob Kelly. Fuller, 18 points. Kelly, 16 after a 5-goal performance. You have Kyler Nixon of Durham with 12. Justin Graham of Durham with 10, alongside Brody LeBlanc, also of Durham with 10. Kyle Maloney, really nice first round for him. 4 goals, 5 assists, 9 points. Ryan Colhoun, really nice first round, 8 points. Jordan Moulton of Ripley, 8 points. You have Ryan Young, 8 points for Elmvale. Mitch Atkins and Drew Girth, 8 and 7, respectively, for the Tavistock Royals. You have TJ Harris, really nice first round so far for Petrolia. Andrew Merritt of Elora, 7 points there at the bottom of the top 20 for the Elora Rocks. Really nice first round series for him. Taylor Barnett of Dunville, he has 7 points as well. Really nice series for him. And then you have Cody Britton there for Ripley, 7 points for him. And continuing what was an unbelievable season for Cody Britton. But yeah, like I say, guys, that goes through all of the matchups. And, right now, I got to tell you, like, there's some really juicy matchups that could take place in round number 2. If things continue as they've gone so far, again, hockey is unpredictable. It's really hard. We predict because we like to ignite conversation. If it does go the way it's looking like it's going to go, you will probably most likely see Ripley versus Durham, 1 versus 4 on the north side. And you would see the 2-time defending champion Minto 81s, the 2 seed taking on 3-seeded Elmvale. Oh, I mean, flip a coin, okay? Over on the south side, Seaforth and Tavistock. Tavistock proving to be a very worthy opponent. Could give Seaforth fits. Andrew Masters proving to be very unstoppable in the Tavistock net. Alex Hutchison had an unbelievable season for Seaforth. I mean, again, flip a coin. And then you would have the 2-seeded Petrolia and the 3-seeded Elora Rocks. This could be an absolute dandy matchup too. I mean, talk about an old school rivalry there. We've seen them, and we might see we might see another. When you have the Petrolia Squires and the Elora Rocks, that's a series that goes way, way back. So that could be a lot of fun as well. But lots of interesting things here that could happen. Of course, we'll try and keep you updated on this program as well. Next week, hopefully we'll have more information in terms of what is happening on the A bracket side of things. We don't know as of yet, but we will keep you up to date as that information filters to us. But otherwise, that's all I have. If there's any sort of thing that you guys want to see, please reach out to me. The way things are going right now, I'm not sure what the future of this podcast holds. Going to continue to provide you a playoff edition podcast. And then we'll see where we go from here. But definitely do appreciate coming on to this platform, being able to speak with you guys about what I think is going on in the OEHL playoffs and be able to share the highlights and the series breakdowns with you, and be able to talk hockey. So I love that part of it. I love getting to go to rinks and talk to various people, get to meet the players, get to talk hockey with them. And there's a sort of reverence that people look at me like, and for me, it's hard to accept that sometimes. I'm pretty humble when it comes to what I do. I don't really take the compliments well, even though I know that people mean them and they're genuine about them. For me, I have a hard time and I struggle with accepting those compliments. At the end of the day, I try and be a consummate professional. I try and make sure that I'm respectful. I try and make sure that I do the best job possible. I do not believe in going to a rink and half-assing a job that I am hired to do. I put my best effort forth each and every time I go and do a game. I put my best effort forth when doing this podcast because I know it's important. It's important to me, and I know it's important to the viewer. So at no point am I ever going to slack because I don't think it's fair to the viewer and to people who I speak to on the daily about this league and about senior hockey and hockey in general. So I hope that there's a lot of people out there that can appreciate the work I do and genuinely are thankful, I guess, because I'm extremely grateful. I have been blessed time and time and time again this season in the OEHL. And I hope that there are many other great things to come because they're tremendous people and I love working alongside them. So thank you. At the end of the day, that's my message. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I love you guys so much. We'll see you guys next week where I'll have more OEHL playoff news and updates for you and hopefully some highlights as well. All right, take care, everyone. We'll see you next week. It's the Gone Fishin' Podcast in association with the OEHL and the Shelburne Muskies and hosted by OEHL live on YouTube play-by-play commentator Andrew Rogers. This podcast is brought to you by Larry's Small Engines, your trusted Can-Am, Sea-Doo, Ski-Doo dealer in Mono, Ontario, Canada. Located at 286-270 County Road 10. Visit their website at larrysmallengines.ca or call 519-941-1517 today.